Epigenetics is a field of genetics that studies how external factors can change the way genes are expressed without altering the underlying DNA sequence. Think of it as a switchboard that controls your genes. While the genes themselves, the switches, don't change, epigenetic switch operators can turn them on or off, or dial them up or down. This concept is crucial for understanding how environmental toxins can impact health outcomes through epigenetic changes. Environmental toxins, such as pollutants, chemicals, and radiation, are substances that can disrupt our body's natural processes. Prolonged exposure to these toxins can have a variety of harmful health effects, ranging from acute symptoms like headaches and nausea to chronic diseases like cancer and respiratory conditions. One of the mechanisms behind these adverse health outcomes is epigenetic modification. When our bodies encounter environmental toxins, certain epigenetic changes can occur as a response. These changes can affect the way our cells function by modifying the epigenome, a set of chemical compounds that tell the genome what to do. The epigenome mediates some of the most fundamental processes within our cells, including the routine activation and deactivation of genes necessary for growth, development, and adaptation to our environment. Here's how it happens. Toxins can cause chemical groups such as methyl or acetyl groups to attach to our DNA or its associated proteins, which can change how certain genes are expressed. For example, if a gene associated with tumor suppression gets switched off due to these chemical tags, it could potentially lead to uncontrolled cell growth, a hallmark of cancer. Another level of epigenetic regulation is through non-coding RNAs, which are small pieces of RNA that can bind to specific messenger RNAs and block their ability to make proteins. Environmental toxins can influence the production of these non-coding RNAs, again potentially disrupting normal cell function and contributing to disease. Research on epigenetic changes due to environmental toxins is extensive and growing. Statistics show that certain populations living in heavily polluted areas have higher instances of epigenetic changes leading to diseases. For instance, according to a study published in Lancet Respiratory Medicine, air pollution exposure was associated with detectable changes in markers of epigenetic aging, a process linked to an increased risk of several diseases. The health impacts of these epigenetic changes can be profound and long-lasting. Some epigenetic changes can persist even after the environmental exposure has ended, and they can sometimes be passed down through generations, affecting the health outcomes of offspring and beyond. This intergenerational effect poses significant implications for public health and has led to increased scrutiny on how we regulate and control environmental pollutants. Understanding how exposure to environmental toxins can trigger epigenetic changes is an important step in preventing diseases associated with pollution. It underscores the need for stricter environmental controls and regulations to protect our health, as well as the importance of early intervention and treatment for those who have been exposed to toxins. In conclusion, the concept of epigenetic changes in response to environmental toxins is a key factor in understanding the complex relationship between our environment and our health. As we continue to uncover the intricate ways in which these factors interact, it becomes increasingly clear that protecting the environment is not just about preserving nature, but also about safeguarding our genetic heritage and health for future generations.